Hello, how's everyone doing today? It is Berkfamily54comics. My name is Steve. Welcome to my Tuesday night live stream where I'm going to be doing a slab showdown, just basically a hangout, showing off some CGC slabs and one of my best friends, and that is Karate Kevin. What's up, man?
What's up?
How are you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, man. It's Tuesday. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's probably one of the saddest Cinco de Mayos we've ever had because we can't go out and party. But hey, whatever. We're here talking slabs today, so that's just as fun.
I'm excited. We had some tacos for dinner that I helped make,
Nice.
and they were all right. They were pretty good. So we got a couple people in the chat. Hello, Fire Davis. What's up, man? Evans Comics and Pop Culture. Hello. How you guys doing? So Evan was in here last night, and so was Fire Davis. Last night we showed off, I don't know how many, probably 25-ish slabs. Hey, Flash.
Together, yes, probably.
Because I showed off 12, and you showed off way more than that. So around 25 or so. So if you want to see any of the books that we showed off yesterday, check out my video from yesterday, Slab Showdown. I think I want to rename it Part 1. So you can know the difference. So tonight I got my books here ready to go. You got some books ready to go. Why don't you go first? Last night I went first, so why don't you go ahead and go first?
Sure. Let's see. Yeah. So up first, I know Steve's gonna like this one. We have we have a Batman number 423, signed by Todd McFarlane here. And this is ready to go trading cards. Yeah. Thanks for commenting on my video. So this just came back from CGC, from the private signing, from the Todd McFarlane private signing. This is my all-time favorite Batman cover done by Todd McFarlane. It's also his only cover that he's ever done for the Batman title. I know he's done books for Detective, and I've said that once on my YouTube channel. People are like, you're wrong, he's done other Batman books. I meant Batman for the title. But yeah, so a sick cover, and there's a cool Spawn homage cover to this book as well that I would like to snag someday. But this is definitely a sexy book. Rated at a 9.6 too, if I didn't mention that.
Well, I think the viewers can see that, so that's good. Yeah, I love that cover. I'm just sending to people on the old Instagram that we're live here. But dude, that is a sick book to start off with. That's as Biggie Shaq would call it, a banger of a book. I like it. And
it is a banger.
I wish I had that in my collection, no doubt.
Expensive book for like a back issue, to be honest.
It really is.
I mean, it's probably due to the fact because it's Todd McFarlane's first Batman and only Batman, probably why it's so expensive. But I mean, I don't know if you have a raw copy of it, but like story-wise, it's like really actually not that good.
Right. So that's kind of crazy that you say that, because I've actually, I'm finishing sending these. I've actually gotten rid of books that may have been worth more because I just didn't like the story. So
yeah, I do that all the time. And Todd McFarlane only does cover for that. He doesn't do the interiors.
What's up, Mark Spector Comics, also known as David? What's up? Sweet Batman cover. Yes, it is. K Titus, all the way from Japan. Hello. Gomez. What's up, broskies?
What's up, dude?
I got a bit of a banger. Show off.
Yeah, let's see it.
I really want to crack this and get it pressed and then resend it in because I think it's a 9.8.
I know which one you're talking about already.
Yeah, so you know what it is. We're over at Fallout number 4. This is the first appearance of Miles Morales as Spider-Man. I got this book for an insane deal, like I want to say like $135 or so shipped. And like just looking at it, I mean, this book is basically perfect. It just has like that, like one or two creases on the side and one down the back. But those are pressable defects. If those get pressed out, I think it's a 9.8 all day long. So that's my
nice
next book. And you
nice
don't have that book, right?
No, I don't have that one. No.
That's one of the few books that I have that you don't, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if like I would, because that book is, I can imagine, is a hefty price because it's a first appearance to a pretty big character that's well known now.
$400, $350.
Yeah.
$350, $450.
So who knows if I'll even get one someday, because it's not like a book that I'm like really trying to go after. You know what I mean?
Right. Panda, hello.
What's up?
What's up, 713? Ryan Pond, my dude. What's up, man? Backseat driver 5280. Hello. Let's see. Nice. I had that same grade signed by Clayton Crane. Wow. Nice. That's a must for the personal collection. Yes, it is. Wow, that's a freaking deal on a UF4, right? I have 2 I want to grade. Do it, man. That's a deal for that book. Yes, it is. All right, Kevin, your turn.
My turn. Gonna go with another orange cover from another artist that I absolutely love. And we're going with a Secret Wars number 8, which is the origin story of how Spidey gets his symbiote suit. One of my favorites, of course, if you know me. And I said that yesterday in yesterday's video if you watched. And absolutely love this book. This is one of my favorite books, other besides Amazing Spider-Man number 300. And this book is graded at a 9.8.
Dude, that is beautiful. Did you buy it as a 9.8 or did you get it graded?
No, I bought it as a 9.8. Again, before the whole Venom, hype from the movie happened, I ended up buying this book. I think this book goes around it's a little under $300 now, I believe, and I think I got this book for $175.
Okay, nice. That's an insane price for that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, iconic greatness. I need that for the PC. Well, it's funny that you show that off.
Ooh.
Because this was in the area to show off for tonight. Same book, but in a 9.4. There is only one defect on it, and I thought for sure that it would just get 9.6, maybe even a 9.8. And this one defect dropped it to a 9.4, which is ridiculous. You can't see it on the screen. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. But
yeah, sure. I like to see it.
It actually might be able to see it right there on the corner, right here.
Yeah, I can't. It's all right. It's too small. My phone's too far away from me too.
But it's basically one crease, and I got it pressed, and it's still there, but it's significantly better than it was. I got it for $49 on eBay Raw. Paid $10.
That's a win. That's a win, though.
Yeah, I know, right? $50 plus $10, basically $15 for pressing, and then $15 to get it graded. So I want to say in a 9.4 is probably $140. I don't know.
$140? Yeah, so that's almost around the same price that I paid for mine back in, I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I think it's 3 years ago now.
Yeah, I got mine a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I sent that in last year. So a 9.8 is $260 and a 9.4 is $130, according to that.
I know for a fact I paid $175 for mine. Isn't it kind of funny? I don't know if you're like this, but I can look at all of my books and know how much I paid for it.
I can.
You can too? Okay.
I can too, because I remember. $50 for that. Sweet Beauty? Yes, sir.
Yeah, nice.
All right, Kevin, you're up.
All right.
We're going a little faster tonight because last night we were talking a lot and we didn't get through as much. So Kevin's got $20. By the way, sweet shirt.
Thanks, dude.
Here, hold on.
Some jock. There you go.
Boom.
I think I might have that book here tonight, actually.
Nice.
So here we have a Batman number 237. This is a classic Neil Adams cover, And this book is also signed by Neil Adams. I don't know if you can see it. I'll shine it in the light. There you go. It's signed by Neil Adams here, and is also signed by Bernie Wrightson. And the reason why it's signed by Bernie Wrightson, and I didn't know this about this book, and the CGC label actually mentions it, but the story and cover was concept by Bernie Wrightson, but Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil went on doing the art and story. So I thought that was a really interesting find on IG. I thought this book was super unique. I really didn't care too much about the grade because I think it's really almost the only one in the census. I'm not sure, but maybe not. But it's pretty rare to find this book signed by Bernie Wrightson, and Bernie Wrightson is one of my new favorite artists in comic books because he did Swamp Thing. He was a co-creator of Swamp Thing, and I love Swamp Thing now. So this is just like a really cool book for me to own. It's very unique. It's probably one of my most unique books that I have in the collection, actually.
Nice, dude. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cover. I love it. Colors pop.
Yeah.
Honestly, it looks like it'd be higher grade than...
I thought so too, but it does have a couple of things that kind of wear at it. If I took out my raw copy, it's kind of funny. If I took out my raw copy, I think it would be exactly the same grade because it almost has like almost identical defects. Actually, it's kind of weird. This is a great book to display in like your showroom if like around Halloween time because we got the first appearance of the Grim Reaper, so it's kind of cool.
That is cool, dude. That is a sick book. Swamp Thing. I want the omnibus. You have the omnibus, don't you?
I have the Absolute Edition.
Hey, why don't you show off another book? My wife needs help bringing in the groceries, so show off another book. I'll go help her real quick, and I'll be right back.
All right. So since I talked about Bernie Wrightson and Swamp Thing, might as well show off a Swamp Thing book, right? So up next we have a Swamp Thing #1. I picked up this book last year, right before the year ended. And, for those who know me, like I just said, Swamp Thing was a new find for me. I absolutely love the story, the 1 through 10 storyline where Bernie Wrightson and Len Wein did together. Unfortunately, after Bernie Wrightson left from issue 10, Swamp Thing wasn't really exactly the same. But this is the first appearance of Alec Holland, who becomes Swamp Thing, or as at least we think he becomes Swamp Thing. This is also the first appearance of Matt Cable and Linda Holland. And this is pretty much, at the time, the origin story of the Swamp Thing, until it gets changed when Alan Moore took it over and gave him a different origin story. So this is a fantastic book, awesome cover, and it's one of my favorite CGC DC slabs in the collection as well.
Sweet book, man. I like that. I like it a lot. Hey, Jaguar, what's up? You need to get around to reading Swamp Thing. Kevin has been on a Swamp Thing kick for the last couple months.
Yeah.
Thinking of that. And
I would say about a year now.
I want to reread those comics myself. Nice. All right, let's see what else. Okay. So this next book is a really disappointing grade. I really thought it'd be a 9.8. And when I got it graded, it's actually the lowest grade on the census. We're getting a lower one now, but there is a crease on the bottom, but I didn't think it would take it all the way down to a 9.2, and that is Detective Comics 1000. This is the Art Germ Virgin Variants, which is the first appearance of the Arkham Knights in the DC Universe continuity.
Oh.
A beautiful cover, just not a beautiful grade. So I still don't know how it got a 9.2. I see the crease, but that crease is not enough, in my opinion, to give it a 9.2. But first appearance, and this was an A-OK by Carlito Classico. I did not pay for this book.
Man, I remember when the Arkham Knight and comic book continuity came out, and I was super excited for it. And like it started off really good. And that origin story, I did a review on it on the channel, and I like poo-pooed all over the origin story of the Arkham Knight, and I just thought it was absolutely awful. That was
Really?
one of the most disappointing stories.
You sent me the first like 8 issues as an AOK, and you did a really sweet sketch on the cover of one of them, and I really enjoyed the story. So
good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome. I'm glad you
did. It was really good. Thought it was really good. Z Collects, hello. Came from Comic Books NYC. Wanted to show some love, and for sure, smashing that thumbs up. Y'all better do the same. Yeah, I would like that if you guys did that. Kevin, did you get the Alan Moore Swamp Thing omnibus?
Yeah, I have the Absolute edition. I did a review on it. I did 2 reviews on it actually on my channel. Yeah, so I talked about how it was amazing, and then I think like a week after I came back on my channel, I talked about how you should not buy it. So if you have time after this video, go check those out.
Oh yeah.
Actually, you know what? He messaged me last night about pressing books, so maybe I'll just send you over the links after. Maybe you can watch it later.
Nice. Hey, I have some. Oh, I have some to show and tell slabs. There we go. I love Art German, Gotham City Sirens. Nice. Okay, your turn, buddy. Let's see what you got.
My turn. All right, so we went DC last time. Let's go with Marvel. So up next, no shock here. We have another book signed by Todd McFarlane. This is an Incredible Hulk number 340 signed by Todd McFarlane, like I just said. This is graded at a 9.2, and this is another book that I like to hoard in the collection because this is actually one of my favorite comic book reads, to be honest. If you are like me who like epic fight scenes, blood, and just something that gets you going when you're reading, this is the book for you because as we all know, Wolverine and Hulk are like water and oil when they get together, and this book is absolutely awesome. So cover and artwork, interiors done by Todd McFarlane, and the story is done by I gotta look. Peter David. That's right, because nobody likes Peter David.
Dude, I love that cover. That's one of those classic covers that whenever you see, you just absolutely recognize right away the name of the book and the issue number right away because there's been so many homages of it. It's a beautiful cover for sure.
Exactly.
Panda says I'll have to check those videos out.
Yeah, sure. So yesterday I mentioned because someone said, "Hey, does any of you guys have a CBCS book?" And I said, "Yes, I did have one." This was the book that I upgraded. So my first CBCS book was a Hulk 340. It was signed by Todd McFarlane, signed by Peter David, and it had the red label with the authenticated signatures, and it was graded at 8.5, and it was the ugliest slab I've ever seen and ever owned.
Wow. Yeah, I know there was a time there where I felt like CBCS actually had a better case until CGC upgraded their cases.
Yeah. CBCS, I just can't do it. I
can't do it either. I won't do it.
Yeah, I won't do it.
All right.
I made that mistake once and won't do it again.
All right. Okay. Next book is my last signed book in my collection. Actually, I only have 4. I used to have 5, but I AOK'd one to D-Rock Comics because he sent me a book that I'm going to show off here later. This is a first appearance of a character that I think at some point will blow up. So I definitely encourage people to get this book. It's only like $10 to $20 raw, but graded it's like 100. And I got mine signed by the artist that did the cover and interior art. We got Green Lantern number 20 from the New 52. First appearance of Jessica Cruz, signed by Doug Mankey. Got that signed last year at Planet Comic Con. So, first appearance of Jessica Cruz and 1 panel cameo with her face not revealed. This is also Jeff Johns' last issue on the Green Lantern series. So,
very nice.
Definitely recommend people to get that. So, here we go.
All right. So, we showed off the shirt, classic jock cover of Detective Comics number 80, and I, in fact, do have the book here. So here we are. So this was a book that I wasn't looking for. Just someone was selling it on IG, And I was like, yeah, let's go for it. So, you know, I didn't think the grade was going to bother me too much. It's a 9.0. It is signed by Jock, which is pretty cool. This is my first and only Jock signed book in the collection. But this is the only book in my collection that I don't really necessarily agree with the grade on. This book is in really, really good shape. And other besides like a couple of like wear marks in the back corner, this book is like really like should be closer to mint. I mean, so I think whenever cons open up again, if they ever do open up again, I plan on dropping this book off at CGC to get them to like reevaluate it, regrade it, and maybe it should come back. Hopefully, even I'll be even happy with a 9.2, but a 9.4 would definitely be something I would aim for.
Dude, that's a book that just keeps going up and up and up in value. So I used to have a raw copy of that. It was probably VF. It might have been like a 9.0. It needed a press pretty bad. I got it for like $65 raw.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I put it on eBay for $99.99 plus shipping, or no, free shipping. Starting bid $99.99, and it sold for $137. So
sweet.
I made my money. I was happy about that. I like the cover. The back cover is cool too, right?
Back cover is Ryan Reynolds as
Yep, and Ryan Reynolds. There's no first appearance in it. It's just a classic cover. I don't really feel the need to be spending a whole bunch of money just on a book because of the cover. But I do think it is cool.
It's definitely a really cool Jock cover, and every time I wear this shirt, my wife and my mom constantly have to tell me how creepy my shirt is. Like that shirt scares the crap out of me. Unfortunately, so I was trying to do something, and I try to do this often so I don't have to bring too many books to CGC. It's like one less thing I have to do. So a couple of weeks ago, I found one for bids on eBay. It was a 9.4, same book, signed by Jock. And I was like, all right, let me see if I can buy this one. And then if I can win it, I'll sell this one and, you know, make up the money. The 9.4, it drives me crazy today. The 9.4 sold the same exact price I bought that book for.
Wow.
It sold really, really cheap.
A 9.0 is $160 according to Go Collect, and a 9.4 is $190. So that's a lot of difference there.
Yeah.
Give me just 1 second here.
So of course that was around this whole time where people, you know, a lot of the comic book collectors right now, during this whole pandemic, unfortunately, people are losing jobs and they look at their collection and be like, well, I got money right here, so I got to sell this in order to pay some bills.
That is true, and that's what I've done in the past. I hope I don't have to do that again because we're doing a lot better financially now than we had been in the past. Some of it is because I got a raise, other parts just because, I don't know, we're being smarter with our money. This next book we both have, and I guarantee it's in your box to show off tonight. We have a different grade, but we have the exact same book. In fact, you do know I have it, but I think you forgot that I have it.
Okay, I have it right here. I know exactly which one you're going to show.
Ready?
Yeah.
I remember when you got yours and how excited you were. You did your video on it, and you were saying how much you were really looking to get one of those this year because this was last year because you're Batman Who Last fan, and I was like, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I probably didn't do the smartest thing. I mean, I bought the book graded already. I should have probably submitted my copy or.
Yo, Alex.
What's up, Alex? I probably should have, sent mine in or bought a different copy But I just don't do that when it comes to grading books. I like to buy the books slabbed already. I probably would have saved a bunch of money doing that, but I don't want to gamble with that because if it came back at 9.6, I just would have simply not been happy.
So you want to hear something crazy?
What?
Have I ever told you a story on this book?
I know it was A-OK to you, wasn't it?
So it was A-OK to me. But look, okay, so here's what happened. I went to the store one time to vintage stock, the same place I told that story about earlier. It was just like a random day, and they were running a sale. It's 50% off all back issues, and they had all their stuff, and like they had big cases, but on the end they have short boxes. And I'm just going through it, and they had all these DC Rebirth titles, Wonder Woman, Titan.
I remember, yeah, I remember
and
this.
So I was going through it, and I pulled this bad boy out, and it was $1. $1. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I got it for 50 cents. And my buddy D-Runk was saying how much he was trying to get one, and I knew he was. So I'm like, even though I got this at an insane price, I'm gonna go and give it to my friend. And I gave it to him. I actually already packaged it. I'm like, hey, I got an A-OK for you to open up later. He's like, cool. And then he told me that he had already purchased a copy raw, and it was already being shipped there. And I was like, well, dang. So he sent both copies in to CGC, and both copies came back in 9.6. I was shocked because I really thought this would be like an 8.5 or a 9.0, but it came back in 9.6, and he's like, well, I was just going to send you the worst of the two grades. 6. So it's really cool of him to send me back the same book because he was already going to have one. Because I was giving it to him because I didn't know he had one. So
I should have picked this up when the book came out in shelves, but me, I'm pretty stingy when it comes to new comic book day, and I try not to pick up a lot of books, but this is one that I should have picked up a lot. My friend, unfortunately, picked up a bunch of them, and he banked it when he sent them off to CGC. Sometimes you have to just get what you want. No shame in buying the 9.8. I love it. Yeah, and Alex, you know what? I think that was the unboxing that made you subscribe to my channel, if I'm not mistaken. So
nice.
Yeah, but you know what? I have to agree with Alex. I mean, I have never ever submitted a raw book to CGC to go get it graded. Never.
Really?
Never.
You've never submitted any books. You've only bought already graded.
I've already bought a graded. Yep.
Wow.
And I've only resubmitted books after they got pressed and clean. That's it. Okay. I have never submitted a raw book to get graded. Never.
Wow. You should do it, man. It's a thrill. It's a thrill.
But I'm so afraid to get disappointed on what the grade is. Like I said, I already have a grade that I'm looking to get. That's what I want in the collection, and that's what I have my mind set on.
For sure. You have more books than me, so why don't you go next?
All right, so I'm gonna show off the first independent book in the video into this whole entire series.
I know what it is.
And I know what it is. And of course, No Shock, signed by Todd McFarlane. So we have a Spawn #1. I bought this book at Rhode Island Comic Con for a whopping $80, and it was graded at a 9.4. Just got this thing back from CGC from a press and clean, and it came back a 9.6, which is exactly what I was looking to get. I already knew that the book wasn't going to get a 9.8. It was possible, but I didn't think it was going to, and I got exactly the grade I was looking for. So this is another book that I like to hoard in the collection, but I don't have 8 of them. I do have only 3, and I think 3 is good enough.
Wow. I don't like Spawn, I'll be completely honest, but that is a pretty sweet cover, no doubt.
I love Spawn. I wish I had more Spawn books, to be honest. I definitely have to up the Spawn game because Spawn is everything that I look for in a comic book. I don't know why, but I love to read violence.
So I did get an email from a guy I bought some stuff from on eBay. I'm just going to tell you real quick. He said he sent it out. Apparently the USPS system is slow. I don't know.
That is true. He's not lying about that. That is true. USPS is a little slow on the tracking these days.
Okay, well, hopefully it comes in soon. So, Okay. The next one I have is an independent book.
Cool.
First appearance. I really like it. I got this raw for cover price of $4. Did not get it pressed. Sent it in. Came back at 9.8. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 95. The first appearance of Jenica as a turtle.
Cool.
Cover A. I went on. This came out on a Wednesday, obviously. I went on a Saturday and grabbed 2 copies, one for me, and then I sent the other to Chino and Manny over at Chino Comics and More because they were wanting one. And I was like, you know what? This is kind of a big deal since it's a first appearance. So I just went ahead and sent it in to CGC. Came back at 9.8. I think unless you get like one of the like exclusive covers, this is the best cover to get in terms of price, like what it sells at. Even though like this cover is not even that cool looking, it sells better as a cover A. So
I think that's a modern key right there.
It is. It has a lot of potential for sure. And
yeah.
Right now I want to say it's going for like $100, but I mean it only has room for growth, just like the Green Lantern number 20. So
I think the modern keys from last year are definitely Batman Who Laughs, the book that we just showed, Teen Titans number 12. First appearance of Null, which is Venom number 4, and Jenica. I think those are the top like modern key books right now.
I think so too. Batman Who Laughs was like a brilliant idea by Scott Snyder, like brilliant. And though I'm not a big fan of the whole DC metal, the Batman Who Laughs when he coming in was really awesome. Jenica, LOL. You're not a Jenica fan, Adrian? USPS is sending books all over the country because some of their hubs are closed. Interesting. We got Bake the Snake in the house. What's up? All right, Cavone. What you got next?
All right, we went independent. I guess we'll go back to Marvel. So, again, no surprise, another Todd McFarlane cover. Another symbiote sexiness book. Here we have an Amazing Spider-Man number 316, graded at 9.8. And this is the first cover appearance of my favorite character, Venom. This is just a brutal comic book. Again, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just sick in the head, but I like violence in my books. This is definitely a very violent book from Marvel, I think. And love the cover, love the read. And so what made me buy this book is, if you guys know my collecting habit, I like to have that one book, in a slab, untouched, as close to a high condition that I possibly can get it. Again, pay for the grade you can afford. And so this was that book. I do have this book signed at a 9.4 by Todd McFarlane. So, I was like, 9.4, let's get that 9.8. So that's what I had to do. Another book I like to hoard. I think I have 4 copies of this book, 2 gray, 2 raw.
Dude, I love that cover. That's a sweet, sweet cover.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Character. I've always heard that, hey, Chino Comics some more. What's up, comic addicts?
What's up?
What's up? I've always heard that Spider-Man actually never defeats Venom, that he always just runs away. Is that true?
To be honest, most of the time that he encounters Venom, it always happens where Spidey just kind of web swings away from him and tries to come up with some idea to defeat him, to be honest.
Right. Panda says, no, he's Peter Laird, and that there should not be any female turtles. Just reminds me of a better version of Venus de Milo. Not a fan. Well, de Milo was only on the TV show, and this character has been around for 50 plus issues, and so that's why I think a lot of people are more excited about it. That came out in comic books first. But
if I could just add, in Amazing Spider-Man number 300, though, Spider-Man does come up with a great way to defeat Venom.
I've never read it, so why don't you tell me?
So, spoilers, okay? So, no, he's not.
No, they're joking.
I know. So obviously with Venom having a symbiote, it's an organic substance, and that's what the symbiote uses to make the webbing, to imitate the webbing. So the more he shoots off webbing, the less symbiote he has on him. So Spider-Man kind of figured that out, and just Eddie Brock was he was making Eddie Brock shoot off a bunch of webs, and he became kind of weak, and that's how he kind of defeated Venom.
Wow, that's crazy. Because they show in like the movie that he only needs just a little bit to be Venom. So it's interesting. Okay, I got 4 left. I don't know how many you got left.
I got a good handful though, but we're dwindling down.
I got a Marvel book. This was a contest win from Two Brothers Comics for I think 500 subscribers. I want to say. First appearance of the new Warlock. This is New Mutant number 18 and a 9.0. Cool. I ran out of bags, so that's why it's not in a bag. So pretty cool cover. So
I haven't read too many of the earlier New Mutants. Only about when like
Chris Claremont's story.
Yeah, I've only read up to New Mutants like before Deadpool, up to Deadpool, and a little after that, but not too many.
Yeah, I was excited to get that as a win. Whenever you can win a slab, it's always cool. Like you did with the Deathstroke.
That's a good one.
So let's see what else.
Right. So I don't have this one. The next few I don't have in the BCW Mylar bags because I kind of do this to let me know that this is a book that I want to send off to CGC. So like it makes it easier for me to look for. So here is a Batman 404, which is the part 1 of year 1. Awesome story by Frank Miller. So this one happens to be signed by Frank Miller. This is graded at a 9.0. And this was a Christmas gift from my wife. And I also have part 2. I don't have it in the pile to show you guys, but I do have it. That one's graded at 9.2, and I plan to drop these off at CGC because these definitely could get a grade bump because they have pressable defects. The gentleman I bought this from gave me an amazing deal on these books. And I asked him if he ever pressed and cleaned these books, and he said, no, I didn't know you could even do that. And I was like, yeah, you sure can. And then after buying this book, I was taking a look at it. I was like, yeah, this book definitely could get pressed out. So this book could definitely get a 9.4.
Dude, that's awesome. That is my favorite Batman story of all time.
Yeah, mine too.
I have those 4, and I want to say they're all in the 9.4 to 9.8 range. I have not gotten them pressed or obviously submitted because I just like to keep them in raw form because they're such awesome books. But I'll probably end up getting one of those already graded just because I like to. I'm starting to get to the point where I see why people like Kevin or other people like to buy theirs already graded, so you don't have to take any chances.
Yeah,
it's already.
That's why I don't do it.
It's the grade it is. You don't have to be upset about it, other than the price. And
I mean, the price was so good that I was like, yeah, I can't pass that up. Like, I could care less about the grade. And then I showed my wife. I was like, hey, you've been asking me for months what I want for Christmas. Like, are you cool with this? And she's like, yeah, absolutely, go get them. And the guy was right in the town that I live in, and he was a really cool dude. I made a friend. So ever since then, I've been talking to him, and he was been trying to get me to buy more of his books, and I kind of have to tell him like, hey buddy, like I can't buy any books right now. Like,
right.
I have to kind of put a halt to buying the books for a little bit. I just bought a big book, and but he was trying to sell me a Amazing Spider-Man number 238, which is the first appearance of Hobgoblin, graded at 9.6 for like under $300. Huh?
Did it have the tattoos?
Yeah, it has the blue label. So, and you wanted to sell it to me under $300, and I was like, that's a really cheap deal for a 238 and 9.6.
That's awesome.
And since the guy didn't know about pressing his books, you never know, that book could be a 9.8 candidate.
My favorite Batman is Hush and Court of Owls. I agree of Court of Owls. I do have the entire Hush storyline. I think the storyline is a little bit overrated. The art is really good, but overall the story is way overrated, in my opinion.
I have to agree with you on that. Totally.
I'll buy his books. LOL. Let's see. Didn't you show that cover for the New 52 the other day, Steve? I showed Batman #1 for the New 52. I did. 9.8. Okay. 3 slabs left.
There you go. I think I got 8.
I'm going to go ahead and show you my last Batman slab. I remember when this book came out, it was like a pretty big deal. It's kind of died down since then, since Tom King sucks and kind of destroyed this whole storyline. It's Batman 24, where he asks Catwoman to marry him. And in a 9.8, cover A, everyone is excited for issue 50 and then kind of just sucked. All the covers for issue 50 are pretty sweet, but the storyline since like issue 50 to like issue the rest of his run pretty much sucked. In my
Agreed.
But the build-up was cool, and this was a cool book. And I have like 3 copies of this book. This is my only 9.8. I want to say at one point this was my only slab, and then I just started buying and getting other ones slab. And so, yeah, Batman 24, Rebirth, 9.8.
Sweet.
I think that's another book that you do not have. But
no, I don't. And you know what? I thought about buying that book because of all the hype, and I was like, that's when I was taking a break from Rebirth, and I was like, man, I should probably pick that up because that sounds super exciting. And I was so happy that I didn't, because then it like just kind of blew up in people's faces and nothing ever turned out anything from it. So,
dude, still though, those covers from issue 50 are still awesome. That Warren Lau cover and Joshua Middleton cover and the Matina covers. Those 3 are probably my favorite covers.
The Matina one was good. That's like Joker coming out of the cake, right?
Yeah, so I actually had one, and I pre-ordered it, and I sent it in to CGC, and I was so mad. Came back in 9.0, so I sold it.
What?
Dude, I know. It was like a little bit damaged, and I was pissed, but I'm like, I bought it to send it in, and it came back in 9.0. My daughter, I remember when I had it on my wall or somewhere. I had it out, and she goes, "Daddy, that comic book is scary." The Joker standing under the knife on the top of the cake. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
What you got?
All right, let's go with this one, I guess, because this one's pretty good. It's good in some ways, in some other way it isn't, but it's still a great book. Here's a Batman Who Laughs #1. This is the Delato variant, and it is a yellow label. It's signed, and you're probably like, where the hell is that signature? That's because
like up there in the corner in the same color.
Yeah, that's because Delato was like, yeah, let's sign this in the same exact color as the cover. You can probably faintly see it right there. Yep. But hey, whatever. I bought this off from somebody. I got this book for a whopping $50, so I can't complain there.
You got it signed and graded for $50.
Yeah, someone was selling it, and they had it up for a long, long time. And I said to the person, I was like, hey, listen, no one's going to buy this thing because it's signed in the same exact color as the cover. Nobody wants it. I'll give you $50 for it. It's like, see you.
Wow, dude.
I felt a little bad, but whatever.
I wouldn't feel bad, man. Whenever you deal on that, hell yeah. Nice.
And then he had the Virgin variant too. He's like, I'll sell you the Virgin one for $80. And I was like, I actually like the logo better, and it's cheaper, so I'll go with the $50.
Nice. That's awesome, dude. I love that cover. Wait. I got 2 books left.
I think I have 7 left.
Okay, I want you to show off like 1 or 2 more, and then I'll go back to me.
All right. Here we have a Venom Lethal Protector #1 signed by Mark Bagley.
Oh,
this starts the Venom limited series. or the weekly, monthly series, whatever you want to say. Awesome Bagley cover, awesome art by Bagley. Mark Bagley is definitely one of my favorite Venom artists. I feel like Bagley was the artist that really made Venom to like he perfected Venom. That's my take on Mark Bagley. So classic 90s chromium cover, all right?
Yep.
Shiny. So that was definitely a huge thing in the 90s with the chromium covers. And I'll give you $50 for it. You can have it for $55. No, so yeah, this is just another book that I had to have because I love Venom, and it's his first book in his own title, and I had to have it.
Dude, that's awesome. I love that book. All right, what else you got?
All right, here's one that you'll definitely like, and I just got this one, and this one's gonna have to go back to CGC because I don't know what's going on with CGC with their quality control, but their slabs have been marked up and crap lately, and it's been making me angry. But this one I got off on eBay. This is a Batman number 700. This is the classic David Finch art, and this is my favorite David Finch cover and art of Batman of all time. So since I love it so much, why not get one signed by him, right? So this one's signed by David Finch. It's in black there on the gargoyle.
Yep.
And just absolutely love this book.
Dude, that's awesome. I love it. I really, really like it.
And I think I got this book for under $100. I think I got it for $80.
Dude, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm thinking about sending like a whole bunch of books to be pressed and then send them all into CGC.
Do you have a CGC account?
I did, but
you did, okay.
Not right now. I let it expire. If it doesn't matter, like I'm gonna have to pay to get them graded, or I can pay for the membership, which is gonna pay for it to be graded. It's all the same thing. So
yeah.
All right, 2 left. I'm gonna save the best for last. So this is not the best one of the 2 that are left. This was a birthday present from D-Runt Comics. As an A-OK. He knows how much I love the Green Ranger.
That you do.
Power Rangers number 1. Emerald City Comic-Con edition. Beautiful. We got the Green Ranger on the cover, Scorpina, and the Dragon Zord. So I do really like this cover. It's not like worth like anything crazy, but it's a cover, and it was a birthday present from one of my good friends. So
that's what makes it awesome.
That's what makes it awesome.
It's a slab. It's an awesome cover, and you didn't pay a dime for it.
That's right. That's right. Let's see here. Kevin, when I asked the pressing, the Lethal Protector was one of the books I wanted pressed and sent to CGC. Fun fact, Kevin and I use the exact same presser for raw books, at least. I also recommended the same person to Kevin, and he has used him before.
And when he messaged me yesterday, I said the same exact thing because he was asking about me with pressing and cleaning books, and I referred him to the person that we use, which is Comic Book Pressing, Eric Loretto, and I said the same thing I use him. I know for a fact Steve uses him, so go check him out because he is definitely good. Here's another video you should check out there, Panda. I did a video of the results of the books that I got back from after getting them pressed, and the results are amazing. I had an Amazing Spider-Man number 50 that got pressed out and cleaned, and I had like crazy pencil marks on the back cover of my ASM 50. He almost like 90% got rid of all of it. It's awesome. So you got to check that out too. I'm going to send you 3 links to my channel tonight, Panda, so you can check those videos out.
My daughter's in here. Again, she got me. She put it in my comic book box, and
I just too did.
Oh my god.
That's dinner. That's dinner right there.
Yeah. I'll help you do your kitty thing when I'm done. I'll be done here in about 10 minutes. All right, you're up, buddy.
All right, so we'll just kind of like go these pretty fast. So up next we have a Web of Spider-Man number 32. This is yet again another fantastic Mike Zeck cover, Symbiote Sexiness. This is graded at a 9.6. Picked this book up at Boston Comic Con last year for like $80. I would have loved to get this book at a 9.8, but for some reason, this book gets really pricey at a 9.8 from a 9.6. So that's why I ended up settling with a 9.6. I think like a 9.8 goes for like $250. It's just not worth that for me because it's just a back issue. It is a fantastic cover, but not worth $250. So again, this is from Craven's Last Hunt. So like I said, Batman Year One is my favorite Batman story. Spider-Man Craven's Last Hunt is my favorite Spider-Man story.
I love that cover, man. That cover is super sweet. You have another Web of Spider-Man. Did you bring it with you?
I didn't bring it with me, no.
Oh, I put it on the thumbnail and everything.
Oh, yeah, you did, actually. I should have brought that. Yeah, I just picked up a Web of Spider-Man number 1, 9.8. That's another Web of Spider-Man. That was another book that was on the wish list for this year, so I snagged that. But I think there was like 10 more books in the drawer that I didn't break on today's video because there's just so many. And I knew we weren't going to get to them all. Here's one that I know you'll like for sure. This is another one of my favorite Batman stories. Of course, written by Frank Miller. This is the Dark Knight Returns number 1. Oh, yeah. Signed by Frank Miller. Beautiful signature. And this book is graded at a 9.4. And, after I went through a huge Dark Knight Returns hype. So I don't know about you. Have you ever read the story, Steve?
I have it in raw form, in like really, really like VF or fine. I'd say fine grade, actually. I do like the story. I do not think it's as great as everyone else says it is, but I definitely think it's better than like Hush or some of the others.
Yeah, so like The Dark Knight Returns, okay? After being a comic collector and, high school, like I always heard about Dark Knight Returns. And then I got back into comic book collecting. I heard about Dark Knight Returns. You got to read this. And I remember going to my comic book store when I first started getting back into comic book collecting. And I picked up a trade paperback. I flipped through the pages. I saw how awful the artwork is in the book. And I was like, yeah, no way. Not reading this. Like, not giving it a shot at all. Because artwork is very important to me. This is probably Frank Miller's worst artwork, in my opinion. But I love Frank Miller's storytelling, which is why I like this book. So what did it for me for Dark Knight Returns was the animated movie, to be honest. That's what sold me on Dark Knight Returns. And after I watched the animated movie, I was like, okay, I'm fish hooked. Let me go read the books. I read the books, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely a very killer story. So, and ever since then, I absolutely love the story.
Dude, I definitely want to get one of those. Probably in like a 9.6 or a 9.8 at some point, but it's not like super high on my list.
Yeah.
There's one book that I was messaging you about today that I really want to get, like really bad. And that's a Flash 110, the first appearance of Wally West, which is Kid Flash, and also the first appearance of the Weather Wizard. I'd like to get it like a 2.0 to a 4.5, somewhere in there. Because honestly, I'd rather get a lower grade than a higher grade because it's more affordable, especially for that book, because it's a really expensive book. Let's see here. I liked it, but I agree with Kevin on the art, and the animated movie was far better.
It really is. That animated movie was so good. I was like, this is great, man. And one of my favorite things about that movie, to be honest, too, is the soundtrack to that movie. To be honest, if I'm working out, if I'm doing some weightlifting, I put that soundtrack on my phone, and that gets me pumped to weightlift.
Nice. All right, this is my last book in my collection. I'd probably say it's a top 2 to 3 book. I bought this book last year. I had to sell it last year when I needed money. We're doing much better financially. I was able to get it back, actually, I think last year as well for my birthday. My wife said I could buy it back for my birthday. And it is The Brave and the Bold 54. the first appearance of the Teen Titans. This is actually kind of like I've read the story. It's not a great story, but I mean, for being 60 years old, basically, it holds up pretty well. But I really, really like, obviously, Kid Flash and the Teen Titans. If you've not watched the Titans show on DC Universe, you really need to do so because season 2 is absolutely amazing. Season 1's really good too, but I really do like the Teen Titans, and yeah, top 2 to 3 book in my collection for sure.
That was a good show.
So there we go. That's my last slab. That's my last slab.
All right. I got 3 left.
All right. Let's see what you got, dude.
All right. So for my last Swamp Thing slab, I have one of my favorite Swamp Thing covers, which is a Swamp Thing number 9.
Nice.
And I just think the grade on this book is absolutely amazing because it's a 9.6 and the book is from 1974. So I think that's pretty dope. And I was going to see if I could maybe get this one pressed out to get that 9.8, but it doesn't have any defects on it that could bring it back to that 9.8. But which is okay because I think it's really impressive that a book this old is in this condition, to be honest.
I agree, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. So another classic Bernie Wrightson cover. And then here is... so my last 2 are from Frank Miller, and here is my favorite Frank Miller art, which is from Wolverine number 1 from the limited series.
Yep.
And this book is at a 9.8, and it is signed by Frank Miller as well. I do have another 9.8 slabbed, and that one is untouched. That one's not signed, but this is my favorite Wolverine story, so I definitely had to get this book signed. I thought about getting Chris Claremont signing it a couple of times, but I just haven't done it. It's not like my priority list. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So we got that. And then for the last book for this series, we have, yet again, after we talked poo-poo about the art, I do like this artwork on this cover. This is The Dark Knight Returns, book 2, signed by Frank Miller. So, yeah, I mean... interior artwork, no, I really don't like it. I gotta say, there's some moments in this book, there's some panels that are really good where I feel like Frank Miller took a little more time on the panels, but as a whole, yeah, the artwork is definitely poo-poo in this series. Yeah, it's really not that good. It's not impressive. It doesn't impress me at all. And Frank Miller's artwork, today doesn't really impress me at all either. But this is a fantastic cover. This is my favorite cover of the whole series. And I kind of wish I would like to upgrade this book maybe someday because it's a 9.0. But, again, it's one of those things that's not on my priority list. I have it. I'm cool with it. But maybe someday.
Dude, I love that cover as well. Nice.
So unfortunately, we didn't get to all my slabs. I have I think 10 more, but you get the
dude
vibe.
You know what you do? You can do a part 3 just on your channel. Show them off.
So part 3 on my channel.
If you want to,
I don't know how I would do live and get you on though.
Well, I don't have to be on. You can just do a recorded video or whatever.
Oh, well, I guess I did do during this. No, it wasn't during this. I did do a video showing off my whole entire slab collection, but that soon became out of date because now there's more stuff in the collection.
You got something coming in the next day or so, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. I'm excited for it, man.
Big book. Big grail for 2020. Second most expensive book I've ever bought.
Dude, that's awesome. Got to spend that stimulus check on something.
I mean, hey, like I said, the government wanted to send me money. I didn't need the money necessarily, so.
There you go. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for hanging out with us last night and tonight. We've had a great time showing off
it was fun.
Slabs. Kevin's he did a video today on his channel talking about, what were we talking about again?
So CGC came out with a video today promoting that they have some big news coming out, and me included freaked out because we thought we were getting new slabs and new labels from CGC, which, you know, kind of got me a little angry because, like, I'm not ready for this yet. Like, I mean, these labels and slabs aren't that old. But anyways, so I kind of digested the video a bit and kind of figured out that it's not new slabs and labels for books, but it looks like CGC is going to start grading trading cards. So that's what I talked about in today's video.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy. I was a little worried when I saw the grading scale, but makes sense. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I saw the grading scale when I first watched the videos. Like, is CGC really taking out the 9.2, 9.4, and 9.6 grade? Like, they're going from 9.0, 9.5, like, to 9.8 maybe. Are they even having a 9.8 grade anymore? So yeah, I was like, oh wow, like, this is a huge game changer, and I'm not happy about it at all. If this is the case.
And you're gonna do another video when you do your unboxing, so I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah, so when I get it, I think I might be doing a live video on the Boy Who Had Seven's YouTube channel, because that's where I bought the book from. Okay. And then after that, the next video I plan on doing for the channel is kind of update the subscribers of what I've been buying during quarantine. So I've definitely been doing a lot of selling lately, so I can, you know, kind of buy stuff to give me the fix.
That's why I'm thinking about selling some books as well, because I could always rebuy like the inexpensive books. But if you sell enough inexpensive books, then you can use that money on a bigger book, and I can buy those. So that's
a huge help was looking at, you know, finding things that I was necessarily wouldn't be sad to see go in the collection. So like statues, like some small statues, and I sold some comic book supplies. Like I had a closet. I still have a closet full of top loaders that I'm not using. So I was selling those, and I've also been selling artwork too. People have been buying my artwork again, which has been absolutely amazing. That makes me feel like really good inside, and so that's been really cool. Yeah,
nice. I might have to buy that Green Ranger cover from you.
It sold.
It sold?
It sold, yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna have to send you a new like sketch cover and have you do one for me.
No problem.
All right. Thank you everyone for hanging out. If you want to see all our slabs, rewind it or watch yesterday's video. We showed off probably 50 slabs between us.
Pretty close, yeah.
So we've had a great time. I appreciate you, Kevin, for joining.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out something for next week. Something fun. So, all right. That's all we have. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Again, I'm Steve. And remember, go Cats.